Back on. Right off. Nicholas Lawrence here with a close-up illusion that's simple and hits hard. Imagine having a ring that's too tight for your finger. As you go to take off the ring, your entire finger comes off along with it. This is my approach to the classic moving finger effect, which I have taken to a whole different level. My fingers look normal, right? Because that's the weird part. Everybody thinks I have fake fingers. I'll show you what I mean. Look, it's on the pinky. It's hard to get off. Watch. Oh! In fact, it comes on and off. Have you gotten stuck before? What happens? You have to go to like a hospital, right? Yeah, look, take the finger off. Whoa!
Oh my god!
Look,
Oh my god!
People freak out when witnessing this effect. It's a perfect opener or closer for any ring routine. See, it actually really does come off.
Oh, you!
Check it out. This is on-off. It gets stuck. Watch. Take it right off. Oh!
What the f*** did I just see?
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Nicholas Lawrence, and this is On-Off. It's a series of moves and powerful effects done with nothing but a finger ring. It's my modern take on an iconic trick, the thumb-off illusion. The classic thumb-off illusion has become so iconic over the years, it's not exactly the most fooling trick anymore. So that's exactly why I came up with this plot. It's very visual, fun, and right to the point. Hope you guys enjoy. My fingers look normal, right? Because that's the weird part. Everybody thinks I have fake fingers. I'll show you what I mean. Look, it's on the pinky. It's hard to get off. Watch. Oh! You see that? Now watch. Take it off. Take the finger off. Whoa!
Oh my god!
Look,
Oh my god! Ew!
Have you gotten stuck before? What happens? You have to go to like a hospital, right? Yeah, look. See this? Take it right off. Put it right back on. Now that is weird, right? I'll never get that, the fact that it comes on and off. That's just so weird, you know, I can't figure that one out. See, it actually really does come off.
Oh, you!
You see that happen, right?
Keep your fingers in
Look,
tag, please.
look at the ring, it's normal, right? See, no, everybody checks out the ring, nobody looks at my finger, it's actually fake. Look at it.
No, it's not. No, it's
Look
not.
at it, it really
No,
is.
It's fine.
Oh,
Keep your fake finger.
Take it right off. Put it right back on.
What the f*** did I just see?
Isn't that weird? You seen that too? Okay, that's weird. All right, so what you're gonna need in terms of ring, let's say you already have a ring, you can perform this with just one ring, but you're gonna need two for the most visual. So, in terms of shopping for your ring, you're going to be looking for something between 1/4 inch, what I have, and 1/2 inch. I'd suggest going with 1/2 inch so that you have more cover. So your ring is a fashionable accessory, so you can use any ring for this. Of course, if it suits your style, that's the one you're going to want to use. So whatever fits well for you. But as long as it just meets the requirements of height and size, you'll be fine. And like I said, you just want something that's semi-loose. As long as it can go on and off, no problem. You don't want it getting stuck, anything like that. So for the most visual handling, you're going to need two rings, both identical, and you want them to meet the requirements as we discussed earlier. You can do this with one ring or even no ring, but like I said, for the most visual, you're going to need two. There's multiple setups, but we're going to get into that later. Now you know what to look out for when shopping for the rings and what sizes. Once you get everything you need, let's get into it. Alright, the next thing we're going to go over is the sleight, which is going to appear that you're holding your own finger. Okay? So what you're going to need to do is take your middle finger and raise it up, and also connect your first and third finger, like so. Okay, so that's the first part. What you're going to do from here is take your thumb and place it on top of all that and sandwich it all together. And you can see it creates the illusion that you're actually holding something. And you really want to get familiar with that. You want to actually feel like you're holding something, because the illusion is that you're taking off your pinky. So this is the first move that you're going to learn. And the second move is going to be a classic move. First place I've seen it was with Mir Yedid, and it's in Finger Fantasies. Okay, so instead of doing it off to the side, this is directly in front of you. And I guess a quick tip that you want to know for this is exactly where to put your pinky. The best way to explain this is to put the tip on your knuckle of your ring finger. Okay, you could, just to practice and stretch, you could take it and place it there, just to get the position. But as you practice, you'll be able to just place it there. So when placing the pinky tip onto the ring finger knuckle, okay, you notice it flashes here. Okay, so that's going to be your main priority, is to keep these fingers close together, right where it would flash, but up here you want to keep a separation. Okay. Also, a little subtlety is when you're in this position is just to kind of wiggle the fingers a little bit. That's just going to give a little bit of a realness to it, that you're holding the two. So between the two moves, this is what it's going to look like all together. And you can see how that creates a good illusion that it is actually your pinky. So when you pull away, something like that, and back on. Now the next thing we're going to cover is the actual switching of the fingers and how we do that. So real quick, we're just going to go over the mechanics again with no ring, just to get started. Let's say you are holding the ring. The first thing you're going to do is a finger switch between your real pinky and the one that we were just going over. Okay? So what you're going to do is, as you're going on with the ring, you're going to come downward. Once you're down here, right around this area, you're going to be going into that move, and in conjunction with this move, but also keeping it all very close to each other. So you'd start with your left hand coming down. So as you're going towards, like you're miming putting on the ring. Okay? So about halfway down, you're going to come down, and there's going to be a transition from the back of your hand to the front of your hand. And remember, this is going to take practice. Not only holding your finger, but this here. It is a lot of muscle memory. So practice in the mirror, and also really hold your pinky. See how that looks. So that way you have a good comparison, and then just switch back and forth. So get comfortable with that and see what you're looking for and what the spectator is going to see. To elaborate on some angles, okay, to make sure that you're not flashing in any way, and just little things to worry about. Your strong side is going to be directly straight ahead, and also to your right if you are using your right hand. Your left side is going to be a little bit easier to see what's going on, especially with exposing this here, and also this. When you are holding your finger, like so, like I said, from the front, you should be good as long as you keep this window here closed. Okay, not completely closed towards the tip, but like I said before, you want to keep that open, cause a little bit of space between your fingers. But on your left side, if you're using your right hand, so you're taking off your right pinky, your left side is going to be your weak side for two reasons. Both that you could flash the back and the side of your pinky, as well as the back side of your left hand. Okay, because you really want to hide that second knuckle behind the first. So when doing the moves correctly, it should look like this for the spectator. Alright, so we've gone over the basic mechanics. Just a couple things to keep in mind. Don't get discouraged. These moves are going to take practice, and you really want to get comfortable with both hiding the pinky and really simulating that you're holding something in your hand. That's very important. But between these things, we're going to go over timing and pace. So now that we've gone over all the mechanics, let's go into some handlings. Okay, so this is the explanation on a single ring handling, which is obviously also impromptu. You just need your ring for this. All right, so you can start on or off, but either way you want to be up here. And I'm actually going to stay up here for this part of the handling, or this part of the explanation, so you guys can get comfortable with exactly what you're doing. So you're going to start off by placing the ring onto your fingertip. Once you get about that far, with keeping cover with your hand, and as well as going down, but like I said, I'm going to stay up here for now. Once you're at this point, what you're going to do is continue putting on the ring, but slipping out your finger at the same time. So you're just going to mock that motion. Once you go as far as you can go, take your pinky, and you're going to go into that first move, which is to curl your pinky, connect the tip to the knuckle of your ring finger. And a way to make that a little easier is to, as you're curling the pinky, extend your ring finger like that, nice and straight, almost towards the ceiling. Another thing that's happening simultaneously is once you have gotten to this point and you've got the pinky curled, you're also going to be doing this with your left hand. You're going to be taking your middle finger, placing it inside of the ring, which is going to plant up against your hand, okay? But I'm just going to use this hand for now. Also, your first and third finger are going to connect at the tips, as well as your thumb on top. So you're really simulating that you're holding something in your hand, in this case your finger. Again, so this is exactly what's happening. You're going to have your hand up here in front of your face, okay, in front of the spectators. You're going to start placing on the ring. As you get to about here, you're going to slip out the ring, or out your finger out of the ring, plant it as far as it can go, curling the pinky and slightly moving your ring finger to get that position, placing your middle finger inside of the ring, as well as connecting your first and third finger, and then altogether placing those two fingers and your thumb on top and bottom of the ring. Okay, and this is happening as you're dropping down. You're not exactly in this position way up here. You're going to be executing this position halfway down. Okay, so up here, all that's going to be happening is putting the ring on about this far. Everything else is going to be happening on the way down to position. So again, it's going to look like this. You start putting on, and as you come down. So once again, you're coming down, slipping out, and getting into your final position, which is going to look like that. The combination of both the pinky hide and the pinky hold. So once you're in this position, what you're going to do is start to just kind of wiggle the ring around a little bit, like you're about to do something. Not just the ring, but your middle finger as well. Okay, just like this, just a couple little movements. What you're going to do is wiggle and do this very quickly, but you're not going to want to move away too far, about 3 inches or so. And from there, you can then extend to maybe 6 to 12 inches, depending on how comfortable you feel with this. So yeah, so it's going to be a wiggle. You're going to go quickly, show that it's off. Okay, you could fade away a little bit, and then just go right back in, and just plant it right where you started. From here, what you can do is just go ahead and start to lift up the ring again as you're going to take it off. But what you do is you take that pinky and you release the position you've been holding and slide it behind the ring in the normal position your pinky would be in if you weren't holding it in this position. So again, it's going to look like this. Okay? Now with the left hand, you're going to want to get rid of that simultaneously. So it's going to look like this. And that, what you're doing with your left hand, is as you start to pull away, all you do is slip out that middle finger and place it on the side of the ring. So that way, it's exactly what they thought they were seeing the whole time. You just holding the ring and your finger was inside. All right, what we're going to do here is a quick walkthrough of exactly what the effect is going to look like. What you're going to do is take the ring, start to place it under the finger. As you slip your finger out. That up and down motion, from up to down, is going to cause a blur, which is going to be your cover to slip into both the pinky hide and the pinky grip. What you're going to do from here is do that little tug, which is a nice subtlety, okay, before you tear it off. From here, what you're going to do is place it on, like so. And even sometimes what I like to do when I take it off is a little sound, like so. Okay, put it back on, slip your pinky around and out as you re-grip into a natural position. So again, what you're going to do is place the ring onto your finger, come down, get your cover, slip into both moves, tug, take off the finger, put it back on, and slip out, back into that natural position, place the ring down. Now that you guys know exactly how to perform the pinky pull-out, including the subtleties and the angles, don't forget this is going to take time. You're going to want to take this in front of the mirror regularly. Even better, take a camera and a tripod and put it in the position of your spectator. That way you're going to see exactly what they're going to see. Don't get discouraged, don't give up, keep practicing this, and you will get it, and you're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, this is the single ring open display handling. Okay, you're going to start down here. Okay, you can show the ring, and basically what's going to happen here is you're going to be mimicking the action of slipping on the ring like so. Okay, but you're not slipping on the ring at all. So what you do here is as you're moving towards your pinky with the ring, you're going to be slipping into both the pinky hide and the pinky hold. Okay, you're going to go all the way until you hit the ring onto your skin. Okay, you're going to hold here for a second, do your wiggle, and go ahead and take off. And another move is going to happen right here. It's going to be a reverse of what you just did. As you're coming back in, you're going to pop your pinky back out, meet contact with your middle finger. Okay, and this all happens very quickly. You're coming in, it's going to contact, and keep pushing through as your left hand goes back into a natural position, and put the ring all the way on. And make sure that when you get here, you kind of pause and continue that image that they just seen, that you are holding your finger. Okay, so you're here, it's off, and you're going to go right back in. So it's the same exact image. All right, real quick, an exposed walkthrough. What you're going to do is as the ring goes towards your pinky, you're going to be both slipping into the pinky hold and again the pinky hide. And this is all going to happen very quickly, obviously, and it's going to happen in this position. Okay, so it's going to look like that. But exposed, like I said, it's going to be slipping your middle finger into the ring, hiding your pinky, all as you come towards, plant the ring to your skin, show, wiggle, pull straight out, and then as you come back in, the exact same thing, just reversed. You're going to pop your pinky back out, contact your tip of your middle finger, push it through, going both hands back into your natural position. Pause, and that's it. With this handling, you're going to notice it is a little difficult to do both moves simultaneously and also slipping on that ring at the end. So what you're going to have to do is you're really going to have to practice this, okay? There's a lot of handlings you're getting with this, and they are all really, really similar, but they all just have their own little subtleties. And this is really, really important. When you're in this position and you have taken off your finger, you want to make sure that right when you get about here that it's a sure proof it's going to go back inside. And you're going to end both natural. Okay, this hand is in its natural position, and this hand is in its natural position. Another tip with this handling is just to remember, don't go for speed. Concentrate on the mechanics and the timing. Okay, and it will all come. You're gonna develop pace, and it's all going to work out. You just got to really practice. And remember, use a mirror or a camera so you can get that exact perspective of what your spectator is going to see. So again, this is the single ring open display. This is the chest up handling, okay, and it was designed so that if you want to keep the ring on your finger at the end of the performance, basically. So it's similar to the pinky pull out. You start chest up, and you're going to end chest up, okay? It's going to look like this. You're going to start to put the ring in, just like before, slipping it out, creating that blur. As you get down to here, you're set. Give it a wiggle, okay? But here you're not just going to pull off straight out. You can do this variation for other handlings. But what you're going to do is you're going to pull out this way. There's a reason for that, because when you come back in, you're actually going to be slipping the ring back onto your pinky. What you're doing is you're actually going to be slowly releasing your pinky so that it goes directly back into the ring. This also is happening with cover of your blur going back up to your chest area. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Off, slipping in, and up. And that's it. All right, real quick, we're going to do a walkthrough of the chest up variation. Okay. What you're going to do is go ahead and start to slip in. As you come down, you're going to go ahead and do the blur, slipping into both moves. Wiggle a little bit. Take off the finger and the ring, going out this way. Back on as you slip your pinky back through and end chest up. And that's just another single ring handling called chest up. This is another handling of on-off. It's 100% impromptu. It's something that you're going to have to do very, very quickly because it doesn't require a ring. There's a couple points you need to know. You do not want to flash your fingernail or the roundness of your tip, and that's why you execute it quickly. You can just do the spur of the moment. If you don't have a ring on you, this is what you'd go for. It's basically the same as all of the variations, besides little subtleties that you're going to need to keep in mind. So let's say you don't have a ring and you want to do the effect. What you do is, usually I tend to just kind of play with the ring, and this kind of goes with all the effects. I like to go over and just touch all the fingers so they don't know exactly what's going to happen. As you come down, it's the same thing. It's going to give you that blur. What you're going to do is take your pinky, go into the hidden pinky move, of course. Okay, same, the pinky hold. Okay, but what's happening here is you actually cover the pinky completely. So once you've covered the finger and you're coming down and you've slipped into both moves, okay, I'm obviously doing this slowly so you guys can see. When you push into your hand, right here, you can sit here for a second. There's no problem with that. They won't see anything. But as soon as you pull away, that's when you're at risk of flashing the roundness of the tip that I mentioned before and your fingernail. So you're going to want to make sure you keep this hand cocked a little bit toward. And that goes the same with the horizon that I was talking about earlier. You do not want to expose this knuckle, okay, because that's just going to ruin the illusion. All right, so once again, as you're coming down, okay, slip into that move. You're going to wiggle, just like before, take off, and go right back on. Now I'm going to cover right now exactly how you go into putting the pinky on, so visually, okay? When you're in this position, when you take off, all you have to do is just build up a little bit of pressure in your pinky, okay, and it's just going to pop back out, just like that. You're going to do that simultaneously as you're putting it back, slipping your middle finger here back into natural position as you grab your pinky. So it's like it never left that position, okay? So you're here, you take it off, and put it back on. All right, a quick walkthrough for ringless. That's what it's going to look like. You're going to reach over, grab your pinky, come down using the blur and the cover for the switch into both the pinky hide and the pinky grip. From here, wiggle, remove, place back as you snap back. And just like that, you're all set. So one more time. At full speed, it's going to look just like this. And that's ringless. Okay guys, this is the 2-ring open display. You're going to start off with the ring on your pinky as well as a ring and finger palm. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to have the ring sitting in between these 2 creases on your middle finger, or in this case I use my middle finger. Okay, finger palm, you can use any finger depending on what routine you're working with. Okay, so you're going to place it there and you're just going to give a slight squeeze. And it's going to help with gravity because as this is just on your side, you're going to feel it's very comfortable and it's not visible. Okay. From here you're going to display the ring on your finger. You could do something like this while you're in finger palm. You can come over with your first finger and thumb and just kind of grab it. Okay. Just like that, just kind of give it a little pull, just kind of show it around, show how fair it really is. From finger palm, what you're going to do, you already guessed it, you're going to hide your pinky just like before. Okay. But of course simultaneously you have to do the hard part. Okay, what you're going to do is take your middle finger, slip it inside of the ring, holding the ring with your first and third finger. Okay, so from finger palm, okay, you're going to kind of shift it a little deeper, just like that. So how this holds. Okay, so like I said, simultaneously this is all happening. You're going to start to prepare as you come in. You're going to create a blur, as if you're just coming in and quickly grabbing your finger and the ring. Okay, you can even give it a little bit of a shake to disguise if you don't feel comfortable. Okay, so it's going to look like this. You're going to start to turn your hand, going into position, hiding the ring, and pushing the ring exactly where it should go, just like that. From here you can just carry on like you would with any of the other handlings. Go ahead and remove the pinky. You can go back or forward with this variation, it doesn't matter. Whatever one you choose, just go ahead and execute it 6 to 12 inches away, however far you feel comfortable with. Now is the second move. Second move is going to be the other switch. Okay, so like I said before, it's not the switches you guys are thinking about. This is more of a visual thing that happens right in front of the spectator. As you come in, what you're going to do now is you're going to reverse the move you just did. You're kind of going back into a finger palm, but you're not. So I'm going to emphasize right here. As you're coming back in, you're actually going to pull the ring back out of your middle finger, sitting the ring down more at your fingertips as you produce the other ring. And then as we come up here, you're actually going to place the ring on the knuckle of your pinky. Okay, just so you have a resting point. Okay, so let me show you guys again. You're here. You're off. As you come back in, go ahead and pop that pinky back out as you take this finger out of the ring, just like that. And your thumb and your first finger will be on the ring. Okay, you could even tilt upward and show, and then as you come back down, you can just go right into finger palm, or you could slide the ring right off, wrist kill, and hand out the ring. Alright, so once again, once you're preparing to show the spectator the ring, you just take it off. Okay, that's going to have one ring in finger palm. Okay, just like this. You're going to wrist kill, hand them the ring. As they take the ring, that's when you're going to go into your ditch. They're going to be really inspecting this ring, so there's no heat on this at all. You can just simply take the ring, toss it in your back pocket, and that's it. So now we can kind of go into a faster walkthrough so you guys can get a more of a visual sense of the illusion. Again, start with the ring on your pinky and in finger palm. Okay? Turn your hand over so it's not visible. Really display that ring, make sure it's fair for them. Okay? So again, you're going to do the move. Remember to do this nice and quick, okay, because it's going to create that blur. From here, take off the finger and the ring. Okay, now reverse everything, going back into here, exposing the first ring, holding the ring on your knuckle, okay, preparing to do a finger palm as you slide off that ring, okay. From here, you can show both hands, wrist kill, hand out the ring. Okay guys, that was the 2-ring open display. If you have 2 rings, feel free to do this. It is a more visual presentation, but then again, everything you will learn on this DVD is visual with practice. So don't forget, practice and have fun. Okay guys, what we have here is an additional idea for the double ring performance, okay? But in this case, we're actually going to use a slight gimmick, which is going to be using black art, okay? We're going to get into this in a moment. But what you're going to do, it's the exact same as all the other handlings using another ring. But what you do is you start in finger palm. You're going to use the exact handling as the double ring. The only difference is, what you're going to do is take the gimmick and insert your middle finger into the gimmick, like so. And a little extra security for this is if you just push it on your pants, like so, or on your side, whatever you like, just to get it on there so it's not going to fall off. So like I said, it's the same handling as the double ring. So how that would look is you would just keep your fingers curled, same as like a finger palm, just being careful because you do not want to expose this. It is on your fingertip. Okay, so from here they'd be looking at this ring. As you bring your hands together, that is going to give you your cover. It's almost like a blur. They don't know exactly what to look at. So once you get close, what's going to happen is you're going to reveal this ring as you hide this ring. So you're going to go into a pinky hide as well as a pinky hold. Okay, from this, with the black art, okay, obviously you'd be using a black shirt. You want to push this in. You want to really make sure you're pushing on that because you don't want to show black on your flesh. Okay, they're going to see a difference between the ring, your flesh, and the black art. So make sure that's really on there good. Okay, once you're here, all you have to do is go ahead and just take it off and then back on, just like before. Obviously you want to avoid a clink, so that you're just going to need to practice and get the timing just down right. Okay, so but yeah, once again, what you do is just push, take off, and back on. From here you can tip upward, the same as before. Take off the ring, wrist kill, and ditch. The reason that we're using the black art is because it eliminates your flash, okay, of both the fingernail and the roundness of your tip. Okay, so once you have this gimmick on, it's going to give a nice cutoff point in front of your shirt. Okay, so once again, when you're in this position, you can pull off, and you can even have that extra little second before you put it back on. To construct your gimmick, all you're going to need is a piece of black material like this. I used a sock. You could use a tip off of a black glove, or even a thumb tip. You can just cut it down to size and black it out. It's going to make it a little bit easier gluing to metal using the plastic tip. But if you choose to use black material like I have, you're going to need to use a clear hardening glue like Crazy Glue, something like that. And also, you're going to need water because that's actually going to solidify the glue to the metal. It won't work otherwise. So a quick way you could do that is take like a small dish of water and a Q-tip and apply the glue. I can show you quickly. What you do is just place the circle material inside like so. So it just sticks out a little bit. Okay. And this is when you would glue it in. And like I said, once you put a couple drops of glue, just work your way around the ring. all the way around. A couple drops of glue, a little bit of water. A couple drops, a little bit of water. If you look at a finished product, you'll see the glue actually turns white, and that's when you know that it's fully hardened and it's not going to go anywhere. Alright, so that's a quick idea for you guys using black art for something a little bit more visual and less chance of flash. Okay guys, here's another quick handling you can play with. Check it out. I'm going to go ahead and take the ring and the finger, just take it right off. Let's go ahead and put it right back on, just like that. Okay, what we got here is a quick idea you guys can play with. Alright, it's a quick, easy setup. You're just going to need a large rubber band and a safety pin. You can go ahead and just take the rubber band, feed it through your dupe ring, take that and just loop it around like so. See, when you pull it tight, just like that, the ring won't go anywhere. Alright, so you're going to be all set from there. You're going to take this and go ahead and just clip it inside your shirt, wherever you feel comfortable, to the left or to the right, so it's easy accessible from the bottom or the sides. When I am using this method, me personally, I will go ahead and take the gimmick and strap it to my fingertip like so, and I'll just kind of hold my shirt just like this, as I'm maybe just waiting to do my opener, my first trick. Okay, this is just the way that I do it. But yeah, so right here you could just go into your normal, whatever one you prefer to do, whatever style. But yeah, that's that. Okay, real quick, you're just going to start with the ring on your pinky, as well as taking the gimmick and go ahead and place that onto your finger. Okay, you can do this as you are showing off the ring. Okay, really get them to get that image in their mind. From here you'll be prepared. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and use the quick motion of going from this hand and this hand meeting each other. You're just going to kind of create a blur. Okay, you're going to go ahead and just go into your traditional handling. Okay, just watch out for flashing between these two fingers, and go ahead and just take off, put it back on. And what you do is, right now you're still knocking that pinky, and you're just going to go ahead and let go of the gimmick as you spring out your pinky from the pinky hide. Okay, so it's just going to look like that. So you can go ahead and just play with different settings on whether it's high or low, whatever works for you. I'm sure you'll find a fit. Okay, this is the ring slide. We're going to be using one ring for this, but you can use all the handlings on the DVD. This is just the way that I prefer to do it. Okay, you're going to start off with the ring in your left hand. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take the ring, same move as the two ring handling. You're just going to slowly slip your middle finger into the ring as you hide your pinky, as well as placing the ring against your skin like so. Okay, once you're in this position, what you can do is kind of wiggle and then surprise your spectators with a slide. Okay, you just pull up. I usually only go about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Okay, and then as you go back down, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of overshoot where you normally would go. You want to cause a little bit of air. You just kind of tip the ring a little bit, and what's going to happen is you're going to place it onto your pinky. Okay, but all in cover of kind of just twisting your wrist one time. Okay, just like you're spinning the ring around. So that's going to be your cover. So again, what you're going to do is slip your middle finger into the ring like so, as you go towards your pinky, hiding your pinky, pushing the ring up against your flesh like so. Once you're here, do a little wiggle, slide the ring up your palm about 1.5 to 2 inches, come back down. Once you get here, start to lift the ring up just a little bit as you're preparing to slip the ring back onto your pinky. Once you reach the ring to the tip of your pinky, and you can kind of feel your pinky tip touching your middle fingertip. What you do here is to kind of start to twist your hand, okay? Just your right hand. And when you do that, your thumb and your ring finger is actually going to push the ring on completely. So kind of quickly, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna take the ring, gonna go on, wiggle, up, back down, and twist. This is what it's gonna look like at full speed. You're gonna take the ring, just go ahead and put it onto your pinky, slide upward, back down, and twist the wrist. Okay guys, that was the ring slide. You can do this with all the handlings taught in the DVD. I just prefer to use a single ring because it's clean and I like the way that it looks. So if you guys like the way it looks, go ahead and grab a ring, practice it. You can incorporate it in maybe before or after you take off your pinky. But yeah, don't forget to practice and have fun. Alright, here are a few quick tips that you guys should know while practicing. First, always remember, go ahead and wiggle it, the finger, okay? Just so they really see that it's not going anywhere. Okay, everything's normal. Then go for the move. Okay? So that's one quick thing. Another thing is when you are in ready position and you're doing a pinky hide, to keep your ring and middle finger closed, except for at the tip, because you want the fingers to look free. But this is a common flash point. So you want to make sure you are conscientious about that. Also, don't forget to practice in front of a camera. Position the camera in a spectator's perspective so that way you can see exactly what they're going to see. Another thing to do is just remember that what you're doing here is two moves simultaneously, and it's also going to take muscle memory, so it's not going to happen overnight. This is something you're going to practice for a few days, comfortably, record yourself, feel comfortable, and get out there and just try it. So those were a few tips that helped me, and I hope it helps you. Thank you so much for purchasing this DVD and supporting both Sans Minds and myself. I'm so happy to finally share these effects with you guys. With this, I've included various handlings, both impromptu, gimmicked, and even a version without a ring. I'm sure you're going to find something to fit your performance style. Again, my name is Nicholas.